Hey, when you came down from Boston, you didn't tell us nothing about you hated Adama and Imas. You ain't say nothing about that. You said, well, I got a better job. That was your thing. That was just what you call that, a front for the real reason why you left. And the thing is, why did you said you had no problem with any other brothers, but you had problem with them too? Why is that? Because they're leaders. You have a problem with leadership, man.
Authority, yeah.
You have a problem with authority, okay?
Con.
And we ain't never did nothing to make a video saying that I personally did something against you, man. Yeah. You can't do it, man. Yeah. You can't do it.
Yeah,
you can go into the moon thing and this thing,
yep,
and the Sabbath is on the 7th day of the new moon and all that. And then you said Tahar's going around calling himself. I don't go around calling myself Paul. All right, that's what y'all say. All you scoffers, you called me Paul back in the day. Yeah, I think you Paul. Then you come back years later. Tahar goes around calling himself Paul.
Slander.
This is the bullshit, man.
Nothing but slander.
This is bullshit.
Yeah.
You reaching for straws, man. That's not even there. You know.
Yeah.
And then you're getting worse and worse. Because the Cornelius thing, you ain't with the Cornelius being an Israelite. So you never learned nothing, man.
That's right.
All that information that you got, it was going in one ear and out the other. You know what you was good at? You was good at pulling scriptures, but you didn't even understand them scriptures, man. And that's why you should have went with Nate. Because Nate and his men, they're good at pulling out scriptures, and they'll mangle it. They'll call a scripture, get that scripture and hold that, and give me Luke 25 and Matthew this and Ezekiel that. And then they'll break them down, and half of them will be right, and the other half will be totally wrong, man. They just sound good, but a simple-minded person, that's deep, yo. That's deep.
Yeah,
like the one guy, the Benjamite dude with the long beard.
Yeah.
He was going back and forth with the other brother that used to be in the main school at One West, and he said that this guy don't got no beard. And he looked at these guys. He said, "Look, you guys are lined up." He said, "You're lined up," and they gotta stand back. You know, you're lined up. Then what did he go to? He went to Ezekiel, Ezekiel the 5th chapter.
Yeah.
And then he read this thing, which was a prophecy. It had nothing to do with grooming your hair, man.
That's right.
See, back then, the prophet used to groom themselves. So you mean to tell me they Ezekiel cut all his hair off, took one bundle and cast it in the wind. The other bundle took a sword and chopped it up, and then the other bundle, I think he burnt it. So that's how you groom yourself?
Yeah, it's the process of grooming.
That's the process of grooming yourself? It was prophecy, man. And that's why we say that Nate, your whole thing, that whole empire that you got is going to crumble, man. It's going to crumble. Now, guys could come out of that from the ashes, because I don't know who's of the elect and who's not, but we watch all your videos, man, and you be going off. You'll use a scripture to justify what you're saying and break the scripture down totally wrong. Like we watched the interview that you did with this dude from Vibe magazine, and he said your guys are police officers and security guards, and then you pulled out that scripture in Luke, I believe it's Luke 3:14, where John the Baptist had said something. Somebody go to that, man, and then you justified and said that's what it means you can be in law enforcement. Well, that's bullshit, man. Because I got a scripture to cut that. Because when you are in the law enforcement, what laws are you exercising? Esau's laws. What if there's a gay parade and you work for a particular precinct and they have you out there protecting the gays? You gonna do that, man? You're enforcing unjust laws, man.
The police officer thing. That asshole Isaiah, he made a statement to Baloo. Yeah, you got cops in GMS. There's guys that are cops. They got cops. Who?
He's talking about the brother that comes out that left his camp that used to be down with Zabak, the tall brother.
Yeah.
He I don't know if he's a CEO or if he's an actual cop.
Okay.
He's not in our camp. He's just cool with us, man.
Yeah. He does
And even if you had a guy that was a cop that's in our camp, so what? And you know what? I guarantee you, man, if he's in our camp for a certain amount of time, he's going to be looking for another job. And because the Apostle Paul was, for lack of a better term, a cop for the scribes and the Pharisees, man. And when he got that calling, did he go ahead, well, look, I got to go get these Christians. He stopped all that. That's why they wanted to kill Paul, man.
That's just like with Cornelius. You know, he was a centurion. So he was basically a cop. So I mean, but he believed in the Lord. So what does it matter? The truth of the matter is, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. If you believe, you believe.
Yeah, because you had centurion officers that were Israelites that were in the so-called law enforcement, but these guys wasn't guys that were like in the fold, so to speak, in the circle. Like Peter. If Peter was a centurion, he would have to stop being a centurion in order to follow the Yahweh Shai. Okay, he couldn't go on his shift. Okay, I got to hop on my horse. I got to get my 100 men, and we got to go on patrol. No, yeah, you got to turn away from that, man.
That's right.
Mark, what was he? He was a publican, which is a tax collector. Do you still think he collected taxes for Rome?
Oh, hell no.
No, he stopped that, and he worked for Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
He was the treasurer for Yahweh Shai because he knew about numbers and counting money and all that, man.
Yeah.
So he became the treasurer, man.
Peter was a fisherman.
Ain't none of the 12. Well, you had zealots, which was equivalent to like the Black Panthers or the Blackstone Rangers, them rebellious groups that wanted to take down Rome. Well, when Judas Iscariot, which was a zealot, and I think Simon, he was a zealot as well. Basically, when they came into the truth, you know, they had to put all that to the side, man.
That's right.
They had to put all that to the side. Paul did it. Judas did it.
Peter.
Mark. Peter, he was a fisherman. He stopped fishing because the Lord told him, "I will make you fishers of men."
Right.
So all that stuff, you can't be fully in this thing and be. Man, I couldn't be a cop, a New York City cop, and I'm out there cursing a white man out.
Right.
Okay, I couldn't be that, man.
That's right.
And I wouldn't want to be that.
That's right.
It says, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus 38 and 23. I'm sorry, 24. The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, and he that hath little business shall become wise. How can he get wisdom that holdeth the plow, and that glorieth in the goad, that driveth oxen, and is occupied in their labors, and whose talk is of bullocks? He giveth his mind to make furrows, and is diligent to give the kind fodder. So every carpenter and workmaster that laboreth night and day, and they that cut and grave seals, and are diligent to make great variety, and give themselves to counterfeit imagery, and watch to finish a work. The smith also sitting by the anvil, and considering the iron work, the vapor of the fire wasteth his flesh, and he fighteth with the heat of the furnace. So basically, you know, if you got a particular job that's going to require all your time, how the hell you going to be able to study? How the hell you going to be able to put lessons together? How the hell you going to be able to go out on the streets and speak and teach? You know, because being a cop, there's times you got to do double shifts. You know, especially if there's emergencies and stuff that comes on, which happens plenty in certain states. You know, riots break out. You got to be out there in the forefront. You may be out there 2-3 days. So how the hell you going? And then by the time you finish that shift, you're gonna be dead tired. So you want to sleep, you know, for at least a day. So you're not gonna have time to do the work. All right. CO is the same thing. You know, if things go on in there. Not saying that, you know, if you're a CO, you know you're not a man of the Lord. But there's certain jobs that take up too much of your time. Them guys that work 2-3 jobs, or that are working 18-hour days or 16-hour days, how the hell you gonna have time to do the work?
Well, that's why I just want to say that's why they hate GMS, because GMS puts this truth, the doctrine pushing out prophesying as the priority, not your life in the world. That's what Nate and all these other groups push, man. Some type of comfortable existence on this side of the world, trying to decorate your hell. All right. Look at my apartment. Look at my family. Look at my wife. Look at my job. Who gives a damn? The Most High's finna burn this place up. Fuck that shit. Okay.
Yeah. That's why they say that basically the scriptures that goes supposing that gain is godliness. You know, because they think that